Okay, abuzoba makwa basonko so edeba POG Media so abusia yembonra yensemu enrada ye de bremo say suspended chief justice say wama ECOWAS for no pese omuje compensation be $10 million be free Ghana aban ho ECOWAS High Court ene say $10 million dollars compensation na suspended chief justice say omonje emfama no high court no aba to agu omoche say maame no in deserve for $10 million compensation all because of say ono no processor John Dramani Mahama name no on form no or onye bibibia enti no onye din na on face justice no abusuya na asem we dey ashoke ECOWAS High Court no cry say wow di bone no ye hwehwe wonsem no pese osan so den eje compensation free President Mahama ensi chine ECOWAS High Court for no matter omo abom amena to baby a enye easy kwa menko na yenkonkoti lawyer Zita Benson ne Alistair Nelson ensem bi omotuja unsubscribe subscribe like na share ma afofron so ensa into me enkabi POG Media so medamase.
But you know, we were telling her that the judiciary is not all that it is supposed to be, and she didn't listen. Now she's tasting her own setup.
Bitter lesson.
She's tasting her own setup. What she pretended over.
Bitter lesson.
That we were talking against. That we kept crying. That we are experiencing injustice at the judiciary. And as Chief Justice, do something about it. She told us the law is the law. And there's nothing she can do about it. And unfortunately, no. Quina, you laid the bed, you will lie in it.
Exactly.
You laid the bed, you will lie in it.
Don't you put gravels on it.
You will lie in the gravels. If she had ensured that the people at the bench had integrity and were doing the right thing, she herself would have also experienced the same integrity and justice from them. But you see, she has taken a lot of injunctions and motions. She's filed a lot of injunctions and motions. That is all being thrown out. So now she's feeling that she's not getting justice. You know, but the law is the law. Like she said.
Nothing has changed.
And see, if they feel that a committee has been set up that is looking into your matter, but yet you keep filing injunctions to stop the committee from working, the court can't do that. The committee that has been set up has been sanctioned by the president himself, and it should be allowed to do its work. But she's trying to stop the committee from working. And that is why she has filed all these injunctions and motions. And then she's been holding press conferences, accusing government of even the location of where the hearing is being held, alluding to the fact that the location had her uncle who was murdered, and so forth and so forth on, which was really, it didn't work in her favor, because I think she was expecting some form of sympathy. But she didn't get the sympathy she wants from the people of Ghana. Because like I said in the beginning, the people of Ghana experienced a lot of injustice at your hands as Chief Justice. They saw how the judiciary was being run, to the extent that when a case goes to court, we could guess, we could predict how the outcome was going to go. 7-0, unanimous 7. So it was under her tenure that the Supreme Court or Judiciary got the nickname unanimous 7, which is very unfortunate, because our judiciary should be sacred. It should be held in high esteem with integrity. So our judiciary shouldn't even be mocked, and that's why I feel uncomfortable talking about this subject. But so for her to go to the ECOWAS court, it tells us that she now herself doesn't even believe or trust the system anymore because she's now experiencing it. So all the shouting we did that, Madam, do something about the judiciary. Let it be neutral. Let it. She never listened. So now that she's experiencing it, I'm glad that she's now seeing what we were talking about. And as for the committee, it must continue its work because it's
so much.
Yeah, it must continue its work. No, because who say you can't rush through such a hearing. Okay, so much it means that you rush it. What about if you rush and then you find her guilty and she's not? So they must dot all their I's and cross all their T's to make sure that because it's any life that is at stake right now. Her reputation is at stake. But to sue the state $10 million in an ECOWAS court, if she believed in the system, why didn't she go to our Supreme Court to go and sue the state that she has jumped the jurisdiction. She has jumped the jurisdiction. If you feel that some reputational damage has been done to you, and you want justice to be done to correct that, go to our. You have to exhaust our legal system before you go outside our legal system, Mugabe. But she hasn't exhausted our legal system because, like I said, she doesn't even believe in our legal system anymore. She doesn't believe in the same system that we're telling her that, Madam, this our legal system is letting us down. You are the Chief Justice. You can call for reforms. Call your judges to order. Your judges don't have to give judgments because it's coming from the people who appointed them. The Constitution protects judges to the extent that if I appoint you as a judge, I have to, until I retire, the president can't sack me unless I do something that is bad. So these judges are protected by the Constitution. So they did not owe any allegiance to the appointing authorities. But we saw in this country how MPP lawyers were appointed to Court of Appeal, to High Court, and to the Supreme Court. And they felt that, they felt even my own former lecturer, Professor Dr. Slim Guy, he's on the bench right now. National Communication Authority. NCA, yes, he was their lawyer. Yeah. No, so all these are known MPP people. And unfortunately, when they got there, they felt that they owed allegiance to their appointing authority and to their party because they are known MPP. But like I said, the Constitution protects judges. So you didn't need to do that. You should have let your conscience and your integrity do the work.
Very well.
So when your conscience and the integrity do the work, you know that no matter who comes, they will get justice. But not in the case where everybody was shouting injustice.
But this man, you jumping.
You jumping. So I think even amongst them, even amongst the senior lawyers, they felt embittered. Say and that's the reason why she should have proven herself. Say, I'm here because I'm qualified and I'm competent and I can do the job. But not to please the person who appointed her, because what we saw was mostly, her body language was mostly. Yes. Then we knew they were going to throw her, and then you see, she gave them the opportunity to be mocking NDC lawyers. Your corner, they throw it away. Then the MPP will say, "Oh, NDC, they don't have competent lawyers." But we do have very, very highly competent senior lawyers in the NDC, of course. Yes. But because you say that a good lawyer knows the law. The best lawyer knows the judge. So the MPP people were in bed with the judges. So they were getting all the rulings and judgments in their favor. And making fun. You don't have to go to the ECOWAS court. And by now, even some of your motions that you filed all over the place, it would have. But she must allow, if she's not guilty, she must allow the committee that has been set up to finish their job. Then you can sue for defamation. Yeah. When they find you not guilty, then you can sue them. But the committee has not finished their work. You are suing for 10 million. So when the committee comes out and says that they found you liable, the 10 million, you don't deserve it. So she has jumped it again. She has jumped.
Who says or Lusubana? Oh yes, this is clearly
Clear
this is a case.
indication.
Yes, this is a clear indication that she's lost the fight. Yes, she's not coming back. I've told you several times. It was not for nothing that Article 146 was put in place, and it's instructive. 146 no send it no you to me and fact in chain and conchem and baby is straightforward.
You
and she rather must pay respect to the committee, attend the committee meeting, stop these suits, and then let the outcome be laid public, and then we'll see whether she was guilty or not guilty, rather than running to courts. What are you running to go and tell the courts about? That you didn't travel with your daughter and your husband, you didn't pay them per diem, or what are you talking about? You didn't give the contracts to your daughters. Please, conflict of interest. And Lucy, integrity begets integrity. You understand? Yes, integrity begets integrity. When we're shouting the integrity of the courts at the time, as if citizens were talking too much. So you see, the judiciary is on a reset when it comes to integrity. The person who is even acting, what's his name? Paul Bafuboni. Yeah. When you see him in public, you see that, this is justice. This is balanced justice. Yeah. It's written on his face. When you see him, when you see even Gebo Palmwine Scott, the one who chairs the committee, you see his face, you see that, no, this is a justiciable character. This one is not a biased person. You understand? So please, like I said, truthfulness in the judiciary, when we're crying that certain justices or certain, that were coming out of the court were not in line with general thinking of the public and other things. Yes, 7-0 and 5-0. No, we're afraid. You understand? So the truthfulness of the courts was important. Today, you are running helter-skelter crying that the courts that you just left in just some few seconds, you have just been suspended, is not a truthful court. And the people you were even working with, who you empaneled to do work for you at the time, are not truthful persons. You understand? You are talking about Gabriel Palmwine Scott. You met him. He was there in 2015. You met him. You were jumped to become Chief Justice. He didn't complain. He worked with you. Today, when he's been made committee to sit on your case, you are crying foul. But you're empaneling him to do work for the state. Then you talk about openness. Madam, you yourself, you are not open. Look at the facts of the case. You yourself, don't you know that the net has caught up with you? You just come and apologize to the state and step aside, and let's see whether we can do something with you, because you have some knowledge, whether we can send you to Winneba to go and be MP for MPP and go and remove Afenyo marking. You understand? We can put you to some good use. But this trying to, go around and trying to fish out the law, the ECOWAS court to cry no Ojirani Naso. Who are those at the ECOWAS court? Bibisa, I'm asking you. ECOWAS court na kase Ojirani Naso. Even the AU court. Uncle the Hague, on to quine, non call the Hague, no, you see, you were there, we were telling you, you were pleasing your appointor, the person who put you there.
The law.
You were making, when we were saying these things, you told us that, no matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. Today, you see the cacophony of unreading noises you are rather making. Today, you went to the High Court, you don't know where to go to. Then you ran to ECOWAS court. Another day, you run to the Supreme Court. So you rather are making a reading of unreasoned noises and disturbing everybody. You think you know the law better than everybody. When you make Chief Justice, you're on top of the law. You're holding a state sword. You thought Bono, now you're struggling. You are struggling. Even the lawyers you pick, when we mention some of them, their names, I have to run under the table. They are empty-headed lawyers. I don't want to even give them grace here. You understand? They cannot defend you. Madam, humbly resign. And apologize to the state.
Where we are now, there's no way she can resign.
That's what I'm saying. Humbly tell that I thank you for the opportunity given me to serve as Chief Justice. Then I've been suspended. I know the matter will not end well. I'm a lawyer myself. I've engaged. So thank you. Let me go home. Because when you want to go there with your husband. Was your husband Chief Justice? I'm asking you, when you're making those errors, was he by you? You have to face the thing yourself. All those things you are asking for, that's what I'm saying. It's a cacophony of reading noises that she talked about. And me, I don't come along with her analogy. Rather, this is what it is. The law is the law is the law. She has been caught up. Third participle. Amole. Law and mole. Law, you see, when you say the law is the law, it means that you uphold it. You hold it upon yourself. Now the law is the law is the law. It means that somebody, the state, is more superior than you and is holding you in check. It's Mugabe. Onuna sent me there, whether she runs to ECOWAS for $50 million. I don't know how ECOWAS is going to calculate this compensation. She says she has been a lawyer for 38 years and has been on the bench for 23 years. So what? You don't know what mistake can make all that thing useless and empty and now. It's a bono.
If I will be the end of service benefit here, the man.
Yeah, farm out. It's Mugabe. No be besame. Say, at some more, Mika, and maybe. I so West Wagonu. Bibisa say you are some George, then no call you. I'll ask the same question, say how I come sin. Then no free as one no besin call Ablokomanda Feko here, then will doko 13. What did the Mikana say? She's noted for political notoriety to do on everybody's eyes, and she was holding pepper spray. And a gentleman from Fadamanu who did the national saving diving. This is why I call it a national saving diving. He dived to save the state from an election eruption that would have gotten dirty and mecca. She brought in macho men.
What's your Bonabasu?
I see a Bonabasu. It is a protecting the identity. Debbie, Obian Fatu Uncle. And it's a Berman warding out in Nimuntokwa. What will not do? I'm saying, look at the distance, Ojina. Munyibium, look at distance, Ojina or Tono, just to get to the target, the pepper spray, and then disarm the woman, and then seize the pepper spray and destroy it from getting to many more people. You ask, what a header and what a heroic occasion. So the boy, somebody who says a stubborn hero, but he's a national hero because he saved what Hawa Kumsi was bringing, which is an untold story. And American, it is an untold bloody story. In India, why any signature that Kaswa, in Tianka boy, no, and yet your yeah na. And Bawumia, we think of a call near the Yamujani Bayo. Mimi, hey, challenge you know how people run elter skelter. Then somebody see what they are saying to that killers were, but well, in American, a rub in Waba, also Uncle Bia Mum. She should bring the constituency together. She's already on the near board. Okita drink, papa, and the president must see to use the knowledge she has. I wish her well. Her security must be intact always, 24 hours. Baby, could be a man who buy because a town for yes. Yeah. Oh yes. So for that man, I can take you to the house. Madam for Harold, Madam for her. We can go together and go and bring him. If national security, if he wants to change. Debbie. He saved. The intention was to save the situation, seize the pepper spray, and stop the eruption of violence at the police station.
I think say pepper spray be sad. Say baby Ojinano, the way the woman was spraying, she was spraying it like few all over few. Did you see it? There was a slow motion of it.
Yeah.
You see, I think say be sano. Ebi kano ho. Ebi kano no. Eno di ebufu. They jump in.
Good intention. But let me say the others. It was a good intention. Because you know the danger of the pepper spray. When it enters people's eyes, it could disrupt the elections.
Yeah.
So this is of good intent.
Yeah, because
that I have fighting skills. I can disarm the woman.
No. Honestly, a reaction. Honestly, Mimi Wahona pepper spray.
Myself.
Pepper spray may be calm. I would even dive longer.
There's something in physics. They say there's an equal to every action. To every action, there's a reaction.
Baby dreaming because a guy didn't attack her. Guy Rojani baby dreaming home. Now who spray through nebi kana. Ebi kana no se pepper spray na shishini.
When you cry the better no. The better
so they before and the dive.
Yeah.
He didn't intend
to disarm the woman and take the pepper spray.
The guy didn't intend to go and attack her. Say no 1990 hosa. But me assure say baby Ojinano, he was in the line of the pepper spray. And that's exactly what would have happened. Uncle how say no or the tone they call because she's known for carrying guns around.
Yes.
She got the name Kaswa Rambo not for any reason because she's violent.
Yeah.
She's violent. Then violence begets violence.
Yeah.
And she got what she got. So I hope that how you have learnt a lesson from what happened. Dia kas went to me, ablekuma baya wa
How Akumsin goes to the hospital. The Fadu Frikanishi police station. Mustafa Bande and the car man. Mustafa did very well.
Mustafa was blaming himself. Mustafa was not on the game.
Yes, he ran away. He was with the can he come there? On the Bawumia, what you about?
Mami can I say Owo ni we no and this for the didn't call hospital.
Yes,
I imagine.
Akumsin now that and
this is for that.
Because we didn't allow anything
Ebutro said that in a person be bonu kesi me say na me yama shi me say oh ma mi pa
no pepper spray no ko ji o
I said am I share ti I want pepper spray ni ka omo nyina no o me man no one blow the take what I say o to be spray na me say it obi a me na ka me be man one blow na me ati me ka na me tia one step
nyona le Bawumia ko kosa ne nim ni na hu
aho na
asa tu ba wati blows
na we say answer na ebe ko ye next topic.
Okay, abusia we ne ensema ekọ so e wo political highway so lawyer Zita Benson and I yetene nka say odisa ensem no to da ultra say suspended Chief Justice Torkonoo no on deserve for $10 million compensation. Ya bada masesa mo je pene kokoti sa ensem we e de MI aha POG Media so bada masesa